characteristic of literary works. It meets myth with reality. Poets had to verbally spread the compositions. At the end of the text, there was an invocation to some muse. Gods were common characters. They idolized the heroes. Authors and representative compositions. Epic of Gilgamesh by Shin Leki Unini. Semete by Richard Hewitt. The Night in the Panther by Shota Rostebeli. Fragments of the composition. King Rostevan reigned with generous modesty in Arabia, merciful, powerful, famous for his warlike bravery and his oratorical gift. The light of the world seemed to align itself on the Arabian sun in his heart, mindful and eloquent soul. Analysis. It is an omniscient narrator. The story is always telling us how magnificent and powerful the protagonist is, and when they are dying. The subject of the reading are the human feelings. The characters that we get to see are the protagonist, the dynamic, and the round. Epopee. Characteristics of literary works. It is written in verse. It uses exaggeration during the narration. Hyperbole is used to tell the abilities of hero. It involves superhuman strength and courage. Can be oral or written compositions, author and representative compositions. The Odyssey and the Iliad by Homer, Dante, Divine Comedy, Virgilio, the Aeneid. Fragments of the compositions. There fell silent, containing his speaks, eager to listen. Aeneas, the beginning from his high platform. Terrible pain is what you send, O Queen, renew with this story of the twilight of Ilion, of how the kingdom that it's impossible to remember without crying. Analysis. The theme of this lecture is about how people feel sorrow for the things that happened. The story talks about the origin of something new and the memory of what there was in the past. It is narrated in third person. In this part of the text, all the characters remain the same, so I will say that the character that we have here is plain. Songs in the Middle Age. Characteristics of literary works. They were composed by a community. They spoke about heroes. These songs help create cultural boundaries. These songs use descriptions instead of the narration. They do not usually follow a timeline. Authors and representative compositions. Anonym. The Poem of the Cid, The Song of the Nibelungs, and The Song of Roland. Fragments of the composition. The next day, Dimna went to the lion's den. He was surrounded by his ministers and high dignities, and as his whole life had been in the midst of kings, Dimna entered, and with elegance and much respect greeted his majesty. The lion asked a tiger at his side, "Who is that?" "It's John Doe, sir." Analysis. The story tells about a lion and a wolf that are talking about the wolf's duty and what had to be done by her. The omniscient narrator is the one that we can see in here because it tells us step by step what is happening in the story. The theme of this reading is how the men and the animals have coexisted throughout the years. The character of his lecture are always evolving, so we will say that they are round characters. The Renaissance. Characteristics of literary works. It started to leave religion behind, Greek and Latin influence, the terrible event that leads to the hero. We get to see the past and the action that lead to the story that we are seeing. There are 8 types of characters, 4 narrators, authors and representative composition. Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare. Hernani, Victor Hugo, El Cuervo, Allan Poe. Fragment of the composition. Reject me. That even if you reject me, I will bless you, because you have always been tender and kind to me, because you have endured me for so long time, because I'm perverse, because I have darkened your days with my nights. Analysis. We have the protagonist narrator. We can see that the person that is talking is very much saying its own story. The story talks about how man is apologizing for his action and all the harm that he has caused. The theme of this story is how people can be very romantic. The character that we have is a dynamic character because the person that is talking realizes that has done something wrong and wants to make things right. The Spanish Golden Age. Characteristics of literary works. It mixes several narrators, religion and honor, national topic, tendency to popularize humanistic knowledge. Authors and representative compositions: Don Quijote, Miguel de Cervantes; Fuente Ovejuna, Lope de Vega; Life is a Dream, Pedro Calderón. Fragments of the compositions: Oh, miserable me, and unhappy. Hoary heavens, I pretend since you treat me like that. What crime did I commit against you, being born? Although, if I was born, I already understand what crime have I committed. Enough causes has had your justice and rigor. Well, the felony of man is to have been born. Analysis. In this case, we find a round and a dynamic character, someone always evolving no matter what, but at the end it has a positive outcome. We have once again the principal narrator, and the story tells us about someone that is talking to someone above him and expecting to be punished. The main theme in here is that there is always something above us, something more powerful than us.